Yo, what is up guys, the Ghost here, welcome back to another video. Just wanted to put this one out today to inform you guys that there is now a fix for the stutter problem that was introduced with update 1.1.3 yesterday, so we'll go over that. Turns out that DICE did indeed heavily nerf the movement in the game, as a lot of people have been pointing out in my comments over on Twitter, over on Reddit, and etc. Turns out that was a bug. There is a lot of bugs in this update. I don't know what the heck happened over at DICE, but they're hard at work trying to fix some of them, so I want to bring you guys the news on that. As always, if you guys enjoy the content here on the channel, don't forget to hit that sub button to stay up to date with everything Battlefield 6, and your support means so much, guys, so thank you very much for checking out the videos. Really appreciate it. So like I mentioned in yesterday's video, a lot of folks are experiencing severe stutter. I think this is only for PC, and I think it's mostly for Steam users. They did post on the Battlefield Communications account saying we are actively investigating an issue that is causing in-game stuttering for some players. We will provide further updates as we work towards resolving this issue. Thank you for your patience. Now, this didn't affect everybody, so I was trying to figure out, is this hardware specific? You know, is it like people on the new 5000 series graphics card? Is it an engine problem? Is it a driver problem? Like, what is going on? And then they posted this, and they said a workaround that seems to help some players on Steam is to go offline in the Friends menu. Try this if you're on Steam while we investigate this issue for a proper fix. Now, I can confirm I've just tried this for myself, and what they're talking about here, by the way, is not doing this in-game, but going like directly to Steam and putting yourself offline to all your friends for the whole of Steam. This has fixed all of the stutters for me. So again, I can only speak for myself here, but if you are suffering from this problem, give this a go, because it's a fairly small price to pay, I guess, unless you always play with your friends, to be able to actually play the game. Obviously, it's a bit of a band-aid solution. You don't want to be offline all the time on Steam. That means nobody's going to be able to play with you ever, and so DICE do need to fix this, and it does seem to be something that has been introduced with this patch. I don't think it's like a hardware problem or a driver problem specifically, although why it's affecting some people and not others, because, you know, I have seen people on Steam also say that it's not affecting them. I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure if it's affecting people on the EA app, but hopefully they get it sorted out sooner rather than later. Now, another massive problem, of course, is this one here. You really cannot click on any of the tiles. You can't get into any game. You can use the custom search functionality, but outside of that, you really can't do anything. And I'm willing to bet that most people are going to log into the game. They can't click in on any of the tiles. They can't get into a match, and they're just going to quit straight out of there. And they posted about this as well, saying we are investigating the issues players are experiencing with menu tiles not working reliably. Some players report that restarting the game can temporarily solve this issue. That's certainly been true for myself. We will update you on progress as soon as we have additional info. So yesterday, I was able to play one round, and then as soon as I quit out of the server, then I found that this problem was happening to me. But now, today, after logging on, I got this problem straight away. I didn't even get a one match. So the only way I could actually find the game was to use the custom server. And that means, of course, you can't play the new game mode, and you can't unlock all of the challenges, you can't progress the battle pass. So this is honestly a massive problem, but hopefully DICE are going to get it sorted out pronto. I'm sure they've got, you know, as many people working on this as possible. Now, for any of you who've been frequenting the Battlefield subreddit recently, you'll know that the guys over there generally don't like anything to do with movement in Battlefield 6. Now, if you want to know where I stand on the issue, I think the movement in Battlefield 6 at the moment is fine. I don't necessarily want to see it nerfed more. I also don't want people bunny hopping and jumping and sliding around the map like crazy. I think it's in a good middle ground at the moment, but as you'll know, folks on Reddit always want to see it nerfed into the ground. And let me tell you, there has been no shortage of people celebrating nerfs that weren't in the patch notes, but were pretty obvious when people showcased them. So bunny hopping was nerfed, there was a significant weapon sway introduced whenever you did a jump, and interestingly enough, DICE have actually come out and said, our team continues to work through your feedback and unexpected behaviors with update 1.1.3, and my god, there's a lot of those. The following changes are now live across all platforms. You may need to reload your game if you haven't yet to see the change take place on game servers. So, first of all, player momentum update. Fixed an issue where players felt they were losing too much momentum during successive jumps, as well as through sliding. Movement should now hold speed as intended prior to update 1.1.3 and feel closer to the behavior you expect. So it turns out all that stuff was completely unintended by DICE, and it's just a bug. So it's kind of funny in a way, because that puts the movement side of the game back to the way it was before 1.1.3, which is a good thing, but it's also bad that DICE encountered this bug. And I think it just goes to show how much of a shoddy patch this has been overall. And yet another thing that is completely broken at the moment, but I don't think I've seen any dev comment on this, or at least not the official Battlefield communications account, is the test range. So right now, headshots do not work in the test range, and the hitboxes for all of the targets are way too big. Now, don't worry too much, because this is only applying to the test range targets. I have tested this in a separate mode against real targets, real soldiers, and everything is working correctly there. So soldiers don't have bigger hitboxes or anything like that. This is just a test range. But again, you know, it's just like another thing. Like, they recently fixed the problems that a test range had before, where the targets would fall over and then they wouldn't stand back up again, and whenever you looked away from them, they would just lie flat on the ground. They fixed that, but now at the same time, they've introduced another bug, so that's a bit of a shame. Now, I've also got some interesting Portal news I want to share with you guys, but before I do, can anyone explain to me, like, what is going on at DICE where a patch releases in such a broken state? Like, I literally cannot tell you the number of things that are broken in the game. I've seen so many bugs posted over on Reddit. Like, there must have been basically no testing on this patch whatsoever. Although there was, because we know that it was the build put in Battlefield Labs around a week ago. And for those of you who watched that video, I kind of said something like, what's the point of testing a patch a week before it's supposed to release? Because on the one hand, if it's all broken, you're going to have to delay the patch, which everybody's been expecting now for months, or you're just going to have to go ahead and everything's going to be broken. And that indeed seems to have been exactly what has happened. So why aren't they, like, testing these things out with enough time? They have this Battlefield Labs testing suite that they can do that in. Why not use it? Like, quite literally, in the one round that I went and recorded before making this video to confirm for you guys that the going offline on the friends list on Steam works to fix the stutter, I had this weird glitch happen. So this is like some, you know, text that's supposed to go across the screen here, showing you got some experience, and it's green, but it's bugged out, and it just keeps repeating and scrolling across the screen. I've never seen this before 1.1.3, but I think it's just one of many bugs that has weirdly been introduced this time around. So DICE really have their work cut out for them, and honestly, I hope going into the future they're gonna do their due diligence and test the updates thoroughly before they're released to the public. And the timing of this could not have been worse, because this, like, RedSec Elite competition started today. Like, you couldn't make this up, man. You couldn't pick a worse time to release such a broken patch. So I kind of find that hilarious. Obviously, it sucks for everybody competing in the competition and whatnot. Hopefully, they're not going to encounter too many bugs, because if they do, that's probably going to mean they'd have to, like, redo matches and stuff like that. So let's all hope that that doesn't happen. Now, there is a silver lining, guys. There is some good news to talk about, and that is actually for Portal. So according to Battlefield Bulletin, Portal creators now have at their disposal the ice-lock version of Empire State to add to the map rotation of your handcrafted verified experiences. The freeze mechanic is also available even in the heat of Siege of Cairo. You can use it to add freeze and heat zones to your experience. So personally, I think this new version of Empire State is a really cool looking map. It's got just an interesting vibe for it. I know the game mode per se is maybe not for everybody, as I said yesterday, but I think the map itself just looks really cool. And so it's nice to hear that even though this is time limited and it will be going away in a few weeks' time, it's available in Portal, so if somebody wants to make their own game mode on this, they can definitely do that. Now, it's fair to say that Portal in general has kind of been neglected and left by the wayside in Battlefield 6. Pretty much the same way that it was in Battlefield 2042. I feel like DICE really haven't been giving some of the maps and some of the creations that people have put work and time and effort into, they haven't given them the spotlight that they said they would, that they deserve, right, on the home screen. And Ripple Effect Studios, who basically are making the Portal mode, their creative director, Justin Weavy, has recently done an article or an interview with PC Gamer magazine. And here's a little excerpt of what he had to say about this situation. He says, "The people were phenomenal at stretching what we had built to do some amazing things, but they had to really work hard. If I created an experience, I had to be online hosting that experience when people logged in, or they would not be able to play. So there was almost zero chance for something to go viral. What we're not doing a good enough job of right now is surfacing Portal experiences for the rest of the community to play." And that's actually one technical issue we've been waiting to fix in order to be able to do that, which is painful, right? I just want these community creations to be shared. I want them to go wide, and so I've just been checking in every day asking, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Because we really want to roll this stuff out because the creations are fantastic. He goes on to say, "I believe that we have the right ingredients, so fingers crossed that we get that resolved really quickly here and start to help Portal thrive for the community." So it sounds like there is some weird technical limitation holding them back from displaying people's creations in the tiles, like on the home screen, on the featured page, or on the community page, like where you log into Battlefield 6. I'm willing to bet it's a problem with the UI. I think it's pretty clear with the Battlefield 6 that the UI was incredibly rushed, and it seems to be quite broken at a fundamental level, because every time it's updated, anytime new challenges come in, anything like that, there are always a bunch of bugs, a lot of things that are wrong with it. Like this patch has only just fixed the green ticks showing that you completed all of your weekly challenges from the past weeks. That's been fixed, but other things have gotten broken in the meantime. So yeah, it's a bit embarrassing, honestly, isn't it? Hopefully they're going to get all of this stuff sorted out in due time, because it is a big shame, in my opinion. Battlefield 6, the core game, is really good. It's really enjoyable, but then you've got all of these things just hampering your ability to really access the game and enjoy it properly. So really hope DICE are going to get all of that sorted ASAP. I will definitely keep you guys posted if they do. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below, guys. Let me know how you've been getting on with the patch. Have you been running into any of the issues I mentioned here? And if you're experiencing that stuttering issue, don't forget to try the friends list fix there, and let me know if that works for you as well. Don't forget to hit that sub button to stay up to date with everything Battlefield 6. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.